What is up, YouTube? Four Leaf Cards here. Hey, thanks for clicking. Really appreciate this click. This one's pretty important to me. So I do appreciate that click, and I'd appreciate if you passed it around in your networks. I normally don't ask that kind of stuff, but this one's kind of cool, kind of important, and I'd appreciate any help circulating around because I think we're gonna bring some joy into some people's lives with this one, which gets me so excited. So. I've been mentioning around my ideas, and I want to just flesh this out and show you guys what I'm thinking. Certainly welcome to give any feedback. Already taken some comments and kind of incorporated, so that's great. Appreciate all the help on that. But here's the 2 minute or 30 second, whatever it is, elevator pitch. Basically, I was or am taking my mom to chemo from time to time when my schedule permits, and nowadays you can't go in with anybody, and so I drop my mom off and I go and sit in the first couple days. Like, what do you do with your time for a couple hours? And so I would bring along a couple packs of cards. Some of you might have seen my videos, cards while waiting for chemo, and I thought to myself, boy, this is not great. And one day I saw a couple kids walking into the building. I was like, man, those kids are going in for chemo. Like, that just stinks. It just plain stinks. And some of these drips for chemo last for hours. And so I thought to myself, hey, why don't we set it up so we get a little package for kids? I mean, we can't do it every time they go in for chemo, but just a little something that if we can identify kids that have some sort of affinity for sports or something, just give them a little package and kind of brighten their day up a little bit. Give them a little something to do, take their mind off of the cancer. I said specifically chemo, but some kids don't have to go in for chemo. But basically, kids with cancer of any type, whether they're getting chemo or not, but just something to just take the weight off their shoulders and give them a little bit of a smile for the day. So that's what I'm going to do, is put these packs together and get them out into some of these bigger. So we're going to start with some of the bigger cancer facilities, but so looking for cards, looking for unopened packs and stuff like that, and any support in general. So there's my email, there's my PO box. Use that address. That way, packages sometimes don't show up if you put PO box in front of it. But that's where we're going to take everything in, and everything gets put in a special box. I got another box that just says cards for kids with cancer in it. It's kind of separate, so everything's kind of running separately. I do pull some things out of my PC and stuff to put into that box, but that's how we're working there. So just an elevator pitch there, and that's what we're doing. So if you're good with that, spread it around. Appreciate the help. Send me some stuff, whatever. Don't have to, but that's that. Now, if you're really interested in some of the more the details about what's going on, I definitely fleshed it out a little bit. So we'll take a look about that and actually what goes into a pack. So let's start out with this. I'm gonna kind of move the camera if we can, and I'm gonna try to set this up. Hopefully you guys can see this. So it's a little bit of backstory. I found her. I kind of made it somewhat professional because we are going to have to send this to some hospitals and things, and we have interacted with a couple, and they were kind of asking what's the story. So we put that behind there. Basically just the story I just told. Taking my mom for treatments, and wouldn't it be cool if we just could give some cards to kids? And so we started this little organization to help with the distribution of that. So there's the mission statement: to give children that have cancer a little break from their daily duties by giving away a few packs of unopened cards and turning some common sports cards into smiles. Extra space there, I just noticed. So program, services, and impact. People like to see this. Like, who are you going to, how are you going to do this? Who are you going to impact? And I'm really setting this up that if we really want to get serious and turn this into a true nonprofit, we can do this. Some of the framework's already there. So here's the process: gather donations, packs, cards, so on and so forth, and put them back into packs and give them to kids that have cancer. So we're really looking to target kids kind of in that 5 to 17-year-old range, with some sort of an enthusiasm for sports. I may in the future branch out into basketball and football and kind of make them sport specific, but we're in phase 1, so that's like phase 2 or 3 or whatever. I do have written in here special requests for specific teams could be available, especially if a nurse or something passes along. Hey, we've got little Sarah or little Johnny or whatever that really could use a pick me up. It's going to be hard to do special requests. I'd have to, unless I had a really big pile of stuff that you guys send and I accumulate. It's going to be hard to get too specific, but we may try. If there's somebody that's needing a little pick me up, we're going to try to do it. So here's the intake. Donations go there. Cards for kids with cancer. Kind of I should put care of 4-leaf cards, 1626 Main Street, so on and so forth. So we take them in, then cards are organized into boxes. Really, I want to do Hall of Fames and Stars kind of one, and then just if it's more common cards, I wonder if this has shown up by team, so I can do kind of like a team specific way. I'm going to try to penny sleeve all the cards just because the kids are going to be traveling to treatment. Anything that's kind of a little bit better, like a hit or something, I'm going to try to put in a top loader. I'd say this is my goal here. It's somewhat fluid, but I'll show you what's going to go into the first pack as kind of an example. But a couple of top loaded cards. I want to make sure they get at least 2 hits, something autographed, a relic card, a Hall of Famer, a rookie card, good key rookie card or something. A couple 2, 3, 4 maybe unopened packs. I'm gonna put them in foil bubble mailers, so again they're traveling. They can put them back into the mailer, and at least get some protection as they go back home. A little bit of a note inside, and that our community is pulling for them. Giving them good luck and all that stuff. Just a little, nothing crazy, but just a little positive sentence or two, letting them know that there's somebody else out there that's pulling for them. I'm going to try to put a team bag with some penny sleeves to keep them in good shape. And then I'm going to try to mail these out in groups of, I don't know, say like 10 just to save on shipping. So I'm going to, send 10 packages to a facility and go from there. Financial plan, again, I'm just laying down some frameworks, probably a little more specific than some of you want to see, but it's going to be mostly on donations. I mean, I'm going to fund quite a bit of it, but, any donations certainly help. If I do get like really heavy on some cards that aren't getting moved, I may sell them or do something with them, have a fundraiser or something. Mostly I think I'm going to get stuck on shipping costs. Generally speaking, I'm not going to do any of that. It's going to be kind of maybe a every once in a while thing or something like that. And it's only if I get really heavy. And that being said, I am planning on buying like 4 or 5 row boxes. So I'm gonna get heavy one way or another. But just so you guys know, like if you're giving me stuff, I'm not gonna sell it and take money. I'm gonna, if anything does get sold, it'll be mostly to help defray the cost of shipping. But we'll try to do that as infrequently as possible. And certainly, any unopened packs will go right to the kids. So we're not going to open anything or do any of that stuff. No, I'm trying to be very clear here. I don't want anybody like, oh, what are you doing? All this stuff. I want you guys to know that, hey, there may come a time where I may have to just offload some of the stuff to generate some cash or some space or whatever. But obviously anything decent in there we'll pull and make sure the kids get the good stuff. So, fundraising, as far as that goes, is going to be mostly social media stuff, and any help there is certainly appreciated. Again, I anticipate shipping being that largest cost category, so I may have to do some sort of fundraising activity to help with that. The kind of typical care package there, loose cards, couple bucks there, 20 or 30 cards. We're looking at the 5 cent, 10 cent cards, maybe 25 cent cards, whatever. I'd like to get 2 or 3 kind of $1, $2, $3 cards in there. Those, like I said, relics, autographs, something like that. Trying to aim for $7, $10, $12 in unopened packs. So you're looking at an average value of the contents about $15. And then when it looks at costs, hopefully the cards and packs will all be donated. They will be, because I'll just donate them if we're in need of something. You got some costs on penny sleeves, that's $1 for a thing of penny sleeves, and some top loaders and a team bag, whatever. So I'm kind of looking at about $1.50 there. The bubble mailers are all in. I bought a boatload of them. If you don't believe me, here's a stack right here. I bought 200. So my goal is the first goal is to get 200 of these out. That is a huge, when you look at the cost, you're looking at $20 each. I want to get 200 out. That's roughly $4,000 worth of stuff. So bubble mailers came in about 75 cents. I get some printing and note cards and stuff like that. It's not going to be too crazy. Some labels and whatnot. 25 cents there. Postage estimate. I think I could get that a little bit lower if I did 10 in one, but you never know, boxes and stuff. If I don't have them laying around, I might have to buy a couple boxes. So, looking at about $4.60 to ship, with all the little goodies in there, and then there's the contact info that I put down there. So, 4-leaf cards. There's my email, and here's a little note that I want to put in there. I'm going to try to do 2 on a page. Cards for kids with cancer. I should zoom this in. I don't know why maybe you can see that better. So it says, hello, you've just received a care package from CKC, Cards for Kids with Cancer. We hope you're ready to find some awesome baseball players in this package. In this envelope, you should find a few packs of cards to open, some star player cards, some players from your local team, some plastic sleeves to protect the cards from your packs. These care packages are put together by members of the card collecting community, and we hope they bring a little smile into your world. We're all pulling for you. Best of luck on opening your packs, and any questions or comments can be directed to me. So that's what we're going to print off and put inside. So that's kind of the paperwork end of it. I know it's a little heavy. Let's kind of take a look back over here and see kind of what I'm thinking about putting in. So I've got these awesome foil packages, and so we'll print up something to put on the outside of these. We'll put the logo and whatnot. But so it's going to be a nice foil bubble pack, shiny should brighten their day up a little bit. And I'm going to put depends on what I'm sending, but so for right now I got some extra of these fat packs. Picked up a couple of these the other day that we're going to stuff with. So you've got 34 cards in here. I'm thinking about putting maybe 1 or 2 packs of this Chrome Update. These are actually getting to be pretty expensive, but I didn't buy them at that price. So a couple packs of that, and so here's a fresh box of Big League that I got over my LCS. So you're looking at $6. What are these? Probably about $3 each. So, I'm already at $12, $13, $14, so I'm already being a little generous here from what my original estimates are. But I think that's get a little bit of shine in there. There should be a little bit of something cool at the very least in the middle of that, right? And then this is just a little bit more kind of volume, something to do, right? So, but we're looking at kind of that $12 range. 12, 13, whatever, $14. I'm also limited on space on these 6x9s, and I didn't want to go up another size just to increase the cost, especially if I have to send these anywhere. If somebody wants a special pick-me-up one, I really want to do it in a 6x9 and not get too much bigger. So I'm kind of limited on space, but it's probably about as thick as I can get. But you look at that, you got 10, 20, 28, 50 something cards. So I'm probably just going to throw in a 100 pack of sleeves. Makes it easy on me. And so I just kind of was cruising through. So I'm going to start a little bit Red Sox heavy because we're going to start in Boston. So I would assume that most kids are going to be Boston fans. So I got that lot of Benintendi stuff the other day. So here's some Benintendi. Here's some of the new 2020 Sox guys. There's that Benintendi museum collection. So that's a nice one. These cards are Inception and museum collection. This is a Chrome, so those are worth some decent money. So a bunch of I'm a little Benintendi heavy on here, but that's because I just got the lot. But a Max Muncy, a Goldschmidt. There's an old Mickey Hatcher with. Hopefully that'll make them smile. Look at that glove, right? So I might try to include a funny card or 2 out of my funny card collection. Bert Blyleven is a Hall of Famer. And here's some newer players with some shine. Just some cards that just are in my collection that I don't I'm not in love with. So, little shine. That one's kind of cool. Carlos Correa, Yusei Kikuchi. There's a Bruce Hurst. I don't know if they'll catch on that, but if they look back, they'll see that he played for the Red Sox. There's a old Duracell, Craig Biggio. So some Hall of Famers. So that's kind of like the, I don't know, the cheaper cards. I don't know. Depends on space. I might add a little bit more to that. And I've got a whole box. I've got a 3-row box of just stuff that is cool, but not really PC for me. But here's a Vlad Guerrero Sr. rookie. So that's a pretty cool card. I think this is going to really get him going. There's a Lyle Overbay to 35 on a baseball. That's kind of cool. So cool hit. Just a, autograph. Nobody crazy. Max Muncy All-Star Game relic. I think they might like that. This is an older Chrome card. John Link autograph. But, just, some dollar hits. Nothing crazy. That Vlad's pretty cool, but I have like 3 of them. So, something just to pick them up. So that's kind of, I think I can get this all in the 6x9. I might not be able to, but, they are kind of fat. But I'll probably be able to, be able to get that in a 6x9. You see what I'm saying? I'm kind of limited on space. That Lyle Overbay is really taking up a bunch of space in that one. But so that's that. We put the little note in there. We put it in this green foil envelope, seal it up, and put a logo on there, care package, and that's it. So that's what's shaking, guys. Here's this information. It's kind of been sitting there, but if you haven't seen that, cards for kids with cancer. I need some packs. No gum. Okay, somebody mentioned that. I can't remember who, but you don't want to be giving them old gum and some kid eats it, and that would not be good. So no gum, but anything other than that, packs are welcome. Certainly need some cards, common cards, whatever, but definitely needs, and it doesn't have to be like really expensive cards. There's plenty of Hall of Fame and star cards that are, in dime boxes out there. And I could use some hits. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just some autos or relic cards, whatever, even the manufactured stuff. And I have some penny sleeves, but I'm probably going to need some more. So if you're going to send me something and don't mind throwing in a pack of penny sleeves, that'd probably help me out a little bit. There's the address again. I'm going to use hashtags or this hashtag on anything going out on that. And if you have any questions, there's my email. So please pass it along. I think this is going to be a pretty cool little endeavor. Like I said, I've got 200 of these green envelopes, and I'm not going to stop until I get rid of all 200. And we will reevaluate probably halfway through that box how we're doing and what we're going to do. But I am going to get all 200 out. Don't be confused either. If you see anything, I bought an extra 100 for me. So if you get a care package from me, I'm going to be sending out these cool green ones too. So, but I did get 100 for me, but I got 200 for cards for kids with cancer. So that's the goal, to get 200 of these out and go from there. So appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Just please, if you could, pass it around. And you know how it goes at the end of everything. If you guys are opening anything, best of luck. Don't forget to collect to connect. And have an awesome day.